Welcome to the Freak Show. I know that we have all been waiting for episode 3 tonight, and I know we're all excited. So I have some things to announce, and then we will get into the actual weekly Wednesday live stream. Now, I wanted to reiterate at that, again, these live streams are only for patrons. And I do apologize. I do look a little ghastly this morning. My family, we have a stomach bug going around my family. So actually my camera and my microphone are upstairs, and that's where my poor husband is suffering right now in his misery. I already went through it, sadly. After I live streamed with you guys on Tuesday, I got sick immediately. Well, excuse me, not immediately, but I got sick about an hour after I streamed, and it sucks. So let me see if I can bring in Dawn. We were having issues before, but hopefully it is working now. Miss Dawn, are you there, girlfriend?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
There you are. I'm so glad to see you. Well, as I was explaining, there's a stomach bug going around the house. That's why I look a little pale and ghastly, and the light is also hitting me kind of weird. So I know that's why I look a little weird today. But don't worry, I'll look much better later on tonight. But there's a few things that I wanted to announce before we get into the live stream. Number one, we're having a costume contest happening in the Freaks of AHS Facebook group. On Facebook, I'm going to post everything today, but I just wanted to let the patrons know first. We're doing like a best Scathach costume. We're going to do one where everybody puts in their costume and the admins decide who is the best. And then we're going to pick costume from a best season. So we're going to pick the best overall for Murder House, Asylum, all those.
Right.
And so there's going to be about 13 awards. And I didn't know if you guys wanted to do like a patron prize, which is where patrons pick a favorite costume. So if you guys wanted to do that, I could add it. If not, no worries. But since you guys basically are funding the prizes, I figured maybe if you guys wanted to have your own little section where you guys could pick a winner, we could certainly do that with you guys. But yeah, there's going to be about 13 prizes. We're paying out Amazon gift cards, and it's just only for the group members and the group members that participate. So what I was going to do is I was just going to turn off commenting for 2 days straight. And in those 2 days, only allow in pictures of costumes and then let people vote on them. So, and then of course, we take a few days to compile all that and of course get and then of course give the results out a few days later and then pay the gift card. So yeah, so I figured that's what we would do. And then of course the links for Beyond the Horror are of course all set. So as usual tonight for Beyond the Horror, this phone keeps going off. As soon as the episode ends, I'll send you guys the link to join, and then just come join. We'll chit chat for a second and then we'll go live. I feel like I had one more announcement to make, and I just honestly, I sadly don't remember. I'm feeling quite tired. I think I'm going to have to take a nap here soon, but that was basically the announcements. And of course, patrons participate. We just couldn't put patrons, obviously, in the contest for if we do a category for a patron prize. So, but yeah, so we were going to do that, and then have some good fun this month because it's Halloween, and American Horror Story is coming on Devil's Night, and I'm really excited about that. So what do you think, Ms. Dawn? I was thinking we would break this American Horror Story episode or weekly Wednesday live stream down into like 3 categories. We do like our predictions for the episode. We talk about things from the past episodes, and then we talk about theories that we think are going to come forth.
Okay.
So I guess tell me, please.
Where do you want to start?
Let's talk about the past episodes. Is there anything that has caught your attention? Like when Rita and Mr. Jingles came face to face, we never got to see what happened there. And that
I'm interested to find that out because they left that part out. So maybe we'll get it tonight.
There's a lot missing
there.
Exactly. And
we only got to see part of it and they didn't finish it. So maybe they'll finish it tonight.
Do you think they'll do it, Dawn, in a flashback, or do you think they'll actually let us see the scene? Maybe they'll just re-talk again. Maybe the two will meet up and they'll just re-chat with what they talked about earlier.
I don't know, because the whole thing with Rita is, how did she know about the camp in the first place? Was she there the first time when the massacres happened? Or did she
That's a very good question. Do you think, do you personally think that Rita was there the first time? I don't think she was. I mean, since she didn't say anything.
Well, just because she didn't say anything doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily mean she wasn't there.
exactly. Okay.
Because she knows a lot about the massacre for someone who wasn't there. I don't think they publicized the whole massacre for everyone to know. So obviously she knows things that other people don't. So it makes me wonder whether she was there um, when it actually happened or not.
Yeah, and I don't know, it just seems like maybe Angelica Ross is too young. Maybe, to have been anywhere in, if she would be at the camp from 1970, I don't think she could have been there as a nurse because that takes a long time, especially back then, to get that kind of practice.
She could have been there at a different capacity because we don't know if all the campers were killed or just some of them.
Right. And so it just, since we don't really have too much information, it sadly leaves us just still wondering, but it is sketchy. It is sketchy because why didn't we get to see the confrontation between the two when we got to see the confrontation between Jingles supposedly and, Emma or Brooke's character and, Ramirez and Brooke's character and Leslie Grossman's character and Ramirez, we got to see all those character interactions, but we didn't get to see Jingles and Rita. I mean, it just didn't make any sense to me. Maybe that was Margaret.
It is only episode 3, so we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of things that I'm wondering about is because she was all bloody when she was hit by the car. So I'm wondering if there was a confrontation there that maybe we're going to get to see later, because I think they're building up the suspense to. I honestly think there's going to be a twist about halfway through the season.
Absolutely.
More than likely.
There always is, and I'm looking forward.
There always is.
I'm looking so forward to that. So I want to ask you, Dawn, too, because I want your opinion. Would you have hiked out of the camp, or would you have went back for your keys?
I would have just left.
Thank you. Okay. Now, I understand city folk would have been like, okay, I need my keys. But look, I mean, I'm sorry, but I've maybe because I grew up in the wilderness, maybe because I know all about it, but I'm afraid of snakes. I'm afraid of palmetto, but I'm afraid of all that stuff. But I don't care. I would rather face that than a serial killer. And while I have knowledge to defend myself, I'm not too scared about that. So I wouldn't feel too much fear to go back and get my keys. It would just honestly, logically, it doesn't make sense to put yourself back in danger. So I would rather face what's in the darkness, the animals, rather than what's in the darkness back at the camp. So, or the darkness that is back at the camp.
Yeah, I would flat out just leave if I had the opportunity. It's like, I'm not going to deal with this because this is no good. So.
Absolutely. Because like I said, it doesn't matter how dark it is. It doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter what you think is out there. If you go slow enough and if you're smart enough, you can just climb up in a tree, stay there until morning, or do like the guy in Cobra Kai. Well, I don't want to give you spoilers. But the guy in Cobra Kai, when he put all the leaves all over him and made it to the end of one of the competitions that way by hiding out. You just gotta, I know when you're panicked. It's hard to think, but sometimes you just got to use your brain.
You never know what you're going to do when it actually happens, because you could totally freeze. You could, still be able to function.
And that's what I love about this season is that they're not doing what we would logically do now. What we've seen happen in all these movies. We're like, okay, now when this happens, you run out the door or you leave the camp. You don't go back for the keys. But back then, that was the only best option that they honestly thought of,
Yeah,
and
they're dealing with 1984, so back then, we're dealing with all of the movie cliches back in those days. So obviously, we have Brooke, who's more than likely going to be the last girl standing. In my opinion.
Yeah, I think Montana's going to get it way too. I think they're going to kill her off pretty quickly, sadly.
Oh, which makes me sad because I love her, but
me too.
this is the mind of Brad and everybody else. So
Yes.
you just have to wait and see what happens.
And
But the music so far is excellent. They nailed it.
yes, they have. Especially with the white wedding at Brooks, red wedding, that was just so great. I mean, I have to say, they really are pulling out the stops this year when it comes to the writing, the music, the actors. And I mean, is it me? What's up, BRT? So great to have you. And is it me, or does it seem like Cody Fern is grooming to be the next Evan Peters for American Horror Story? Leslie Grossman is grooming to be the next Sarah Paulson, and Emma is grooming to be like the next Thaisa, almost. I mean, this just kind of seems like that to me, and they're doing a good job.
I still think that Evan just took this year off and he's going to come back, but I'm biased because he's my favorite.
Absolutely. But the thing is that I like to prepare for the worst, and then when it doesn't happen, it's like, yay! So I'm kind of preparing that Evan isn't coming back. But like I said, there's nothing confirmed that he isn't coming back. I mean, more than likely he will. That's his bread and butter. It would be kind of silly for him to leave American Horror Story now. But then
I would love it if he ends up actually being in an episode and we don't actually know where he's actually one of the killers, and then we find out at the end. That would be nice. But
we'll know, because I watched the guest starring list like a hawk. I eye it every day like an eagle. That's how I knew about Mitch Pileggi and all that stuff. So that I eye that special guest star in the beginning, because they'll tell you if you're getting any surprises in that episode, basically with the guest stars. And so,
and I also think they're trying to make up for the debacle that happened last year.
Oh my God, I know. And I really wish that they would have kept FX Plus and still releasing the episodes early, but they don't.
I know.
My life's so much easier to have the review up and done. And like, oh, I could not believe it when I had episode 2 up. And my patron, you guys know that the reason why I didn't post or do much stuff because I was sick. I had the H. pylori and it was so bad. But ironically, my daughter's birthday fell in that time as well. So I told everybody, look, it was my kid's birthday, because it's nobody else's business that I was extremely ill. It's y'all. I don't mind telling y'all guys that's different, but I didn't want to, but everybody, excuse me, not everybody. A lot of people were pretty rude about the fact that I didn't upload the review even before the episode actually aired. And I just makes me think, damn, so many unrealistic expectations some people do have. It just makes me think, I feel bad for them to have.
Actually, it's better this year because we don't have to deal with all the weird people like we did last year. Last year was a nightmare.
That was a nightmare. Releasing the episode in the Freaks of AHS was the worst idea I ever had. And that's why I'll never do it again.
I'll do it again.
There is even, oh my God, Dawn, there is even a thread on Reddit. And I know because my daughter showed me. We were checking out, she was on Reddit one day, for American Horror Story, I don't remember what for, but she showed me a thread that she saw where people were bitching about the group because they had been kicked out because something about the episode, I don't know, but there's actually threads on Reddit where people are griping about the fact that they didn't get a free episode. And it's just so many unrealistic expectations that people have on a YouTuber. It just makes me think they must be so disappointed in real life. I know. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like to be their parent, and it must be a nightmare. So, I'm just so glad that's not the kid I'm raising. So.
And they all act like they're entitled. Like,
right, to the episode. And it's like, I paid for it, and we posted it because a lot of people were international. And they honestly, even with Netflix, they can't even get access to that. There's no way for them to even get the episode. So it was just the first thing is like a nice little thank you to everybody for being a fan. Another person uploaded them just to be nice. And then it just turned into self-sense of entitlement. So that's just some crazy stuff. I'm so glad that that's over with. Huge thank you to my admin. You guys are all awesome for dealing with that last year. And then I was dealing with that too when I was so sick. And it was just like, I can't win. So I'm just not going to worry about it too much this year. We're just going to keep on keeping on and do what we do, which is enjoy the season. And I am enjoying the season, Dawn. What do you predict is going to happen in episode 3? Do you think we're going to get more backstories? And if so, who do you think will get it on?
let's see. I think that we're really not going to get a big twist until probably either 5 or 6,
Okay.
is my guess.
So you think maybe the episode will still continue? It'll still be the same night, probably.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out whether it is the same night, considering the fact that we still have no kids.
Well, as far as I know, it is the same night that they arrived. It's the same day, same night. You know, everything has happened.
Yeah, because the kids haven't even shown up yet, and we're on episode 3.
I get it now. I get it now. If you remember campy 80s horror movies, so many things happened like in one night. It's usually you think about it like that's so impossible. But if you go back to like Sleepaway Camp and Friday the 13th, we had all these movies where so many long drawn out things happened at night, and you're thinking that seems so unrealistic. And I guess that's what they're doing. Maybe they're poking fun at that 80s horror trope of where everything kind of happens over a long night period.
Well, I don't think the whole season is going to revolve around that.
Right. Maybe but the first 4 episodes maybe will take place in the same night.
Yeah, because we're still getting backstory on everyone. We don't have a backstory on Ray yet.
Right.
We kind of have a backstory on Brooke, but there's more there. Then there's Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's wrong with him. And
Xavier.
Honestly, I agree with everybody else. There needs to be more counselors than there actually is. Because if you're going to have a camp, you got to have a lot of people dealing with all of that. So,
and I guess I used to run businesses. And used to run businesses, we know what it takes to run a business. And the fact that people say, well, how many camp counselors did you expect there to be? Well, I expected there to be more than one. I mean, and another reviewer had pointed out, well, maybe Xavier called ahead and told her, hey, I'm bringing more counselors. That's obviously very possible. Very possible. They didn't really know that Brooke was coming, but the others did say, yeah, they were in. So it's possible that he called Margaret. But again, it's just not what. It's the day before you open a camp, and supposedly you only have just a few camp counselors. And it's so illogical.
Yes, I want to find out what happens the next day.
Finally, right? When the kids actually get there. I guess, in my opinion, no kids will arrive. Maybe it's all a ruse and there actually won't be any kids arriving.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if they're planning on keeping the cast small because there hasn't been any more rumors on anybody else joining the cast, but that doesn't really mean anything right now.
Sure, of course.
Saw what happened last year because everybody said, whoa, I'm not joining, and then all of a sudden they showed up. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, of course. Yeah, they were doing that to keep that a secret. Absolutely. No, that's a good point. Maybe Evan actually will come and join this season, and we'll get like a little clip of him or something like that. But we'll keep an eye out in those opening guest star credits.
Cool, because we're supposed to get a camp at some point.
At some point, yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
I know.
And I don't think she's done her filming because, I mean, there's nothing spoiler-wise that's came out about it. It came up on my Instagram if it did. But yeah, I know. And what I'm thinking of is we'll get more Jingle's backstory. Excuse me. I'm looking so forward to seeing what they have to say about him. If he really is the killer, if he's not, if he has actually, if he's going to tell what actually happened that night. Maybe Margaret really was the killer, things like that. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to give us this episode.
Well, there's Margaret, there's Birdie. We don't know very much about her.
And we haven't even seen her since the first episode. And
I know.
Kind of seems
she's been MIA since the first episode.
Exactly.
So we'll
and there's a theory out there that Birdie is Jonas's mother. Have you heard of that, Dawn?
No, I haven't heard that one yet.
Okay, so there's a theory out there a rumor that Birdie is Jonas's mother and she's come back to exact revenge, like, Friday the 13th style.
Yeah, well, I heard another rumor. There was another rumor, I think it was in the group. Someone was saying that Margaret is actually Carrie White's mother. From Carrie.
Oh my God. Well, I don't think that'd make any sense because Carrie happened in the 70s
I know.
and her mother died in the 70s. So she couldn't be alive in 84.
Yeah,
But
it's a nice theory.
that's a nice thing, though. I see. That's the thing. That's really what I love about the season is all these rumors and theories that come out. Because here's another good one that I heard, and I'm actually going to do a theory video on it. Chanel number 3 dated Mr. Jingle's offspring. That's what it was. Okay, so I was watching Scream Queens a couple of days ago, and I remember
I've only seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
It's no worries. I was watching it was season 1, and it was when Chanel number 3 was talking about why she wore earmuffs, and that was because a guy that she dated said that he would cut her ears off or something like that if he ever saw her ears or something like that. And so it made me think, oh, I wonder if that's like, yeah, sounds like Mr. Jingles. And I just didn't think anything about it until Debbie Babebby mentioned it in the group, the Freaks of, or she mentioned it in our admin group. And she said, the group member said something about it. I was like, what? Oh my God. And I never put two in. I mean, nothing. I mean, I guess I kind of, but nothing to where this kid who posted in the group actually put it together. So I thought that's interesting. I'm going to do a theory video on it. So
she's actually the best when it comes to theories because of it just kills me with what she comes up with. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I know. Debbie is so intricate. Like she sees things that we will never begin to see. And absolutely, yeah. I mean, she saw the whole, okay, there's a theory out there. There's a really great theory. It's so off the wall. We have to talk about it. And Debbie Babebby was the first person who told me about it. And I love it. Okay, so if you go to the opening credits for American Horror Story 1984, you notice that at Billy Lord's character, there is a DeLorean there, which is Back to the Future. And there's a fast forward button. Also the fast forward button is pushed. I guess it's supposed to be like a VCR, so you're supposed to see the fast forward. So so Debbie said that also Montana's character, when she met Xavier, she rear-ended him. And in Apocalypse, Mallory ran over Cody Fern. You know, she ran over Michael. So damn it. Okay, I'm trying to explain the way Debbie said it. So what it is basically, it's like a time thing where somebody has gone back and Billy has like gone back in time. Damn it. Somebody has gone back in time. They're coming back here to kill Montana, who is going to be Mallory's mother.
Okay. I remember that theory.
Excuse me. I should have grabbed your water. The only thing I have here is Coke from 1984. I might have to go grab myself water just real quick. But I loved that theory that she said that somebody was coming back in time to kill Mallory's mother. I'm sorry, Dawn. Hang on 1 second. I dealt with terrible allergies. I'm so sorry.
I almost want to give you some of mine, but I can't because I'm in California.
So sorry, I've had terrible allergies lately. I can't take meds for it because I'm on the meds for the pylorys. I am so sorry. I might have to end the stream a little soon. Oh my goodness. I got a tickle right here in my throat. Okay. Dawn, I'm so sorry. I got a horrible tickle right here in the back of my throat. It makes it worse when I talk. I am so sorry. Darn it. Dawn, either we're going to have to pick up the stream later. I'm so sorry. It is not going away. And I don't want to cough through the whole thing. Let's re-pick up the stream. And I will let you know about it, okay? I am so sorry, guys. My allergies have really gotten to me, and they keep getting to me. I'm so sorry. Dawn, I will message you, and we will make up this link, and we will do this another time, guys. I am so sorry. No, in the broadcast, real quick.